What's up everyone, Talon back here again with another tea video, continuing with the One River tea, the raw pu'er sampler that I got a hold of. Moving in order from cheapest to most expensive, we are at the, third one now, Illud Tempus. This is a raw pu'er from Nuagan Village, Jingmai Mountain. It was harvested in March 2025, pressed May 2025. One orb, if you buy it alone, is $2.25. So still relatively reasonable price, not too pricey yet. 3 orbs, $6.75. So that's 21 grams total. But I'll start reading the description now. So I'll have everything timestamped below. So if you want to skip ahead, feel free. The item is a small 7-gram single session preparing of the larger similarly named 200-gram cake. Same material, same maker, same press date. We offer them individually or in sets of 3. This was our first year exploring one of the big names in Yunnan, Puer, the Jingmai Mountain. This mountain, right on the border of China and Myanmar in western Yunnan, is the crowning jewel of the Simao region. A classically poor, rather. Our time out on the mountain made many things clear. It's not just one mountain, one village, one people, but several slopes peppered with clusters of houses, and one greater, higher elevated plateau from where comes some of the best teas in the region. The Daping Zhang. The Simao government has spent a lot of time subsidizing the livelihood of the original inhabitants of the Jingmai Mountains, whom are primarily Dai, with a handful of Bulang and Hani minority groups living closely together in a richly diverse cultural harmony. The Jingmai Mountain has some 12 villages, all accessible via car, if one can stomach the winding mountain roads, and each producing tea with their own unique taste due to the terroir. Part of the reason this government subsidy is a desire to preserve the original cultural heritage of the region, and as a result, some villages are entirely built in the old Dai or Bulang style, the Dai architecture being more open and breezy, while the Bulang is more dark and sturdy. Visiting these villages felt like stepping outside of time into a time of origins, hence the inspiration behind the tea cake name Illud Tempus, the time of origins. The tea itself is a nice juicy. There are a lot of berry notes on the dry leaves after they are placed in a warmed gaiwan, along with the slightest whiff of fragrant wood. This evolves into a more vegetal fragrance, like fresh tobacco or cooking spices, when brewed with hot water. As the session continues, we get notes of sweet spinach and cardamom in the cup. The brew is light pale gold that rolls easily on the tongue and sits lightly in the mouth. There is a light floral sweetness in the palate, reminiscent of pea flowers. We expect this tea to thicken up as it ages. But for the moment, it is a distillation of spring flavors with a honey thickness following close behind. So yeah, this is from the Yunnan flight. So all the teas for that I'm trying in these videos for $20. You get 1 Dragon Ball each, 7 teas total. And we will start with a dry leaf smell just to give you my thoughts. Smells nice. Smells a bit vegetal, a bit floral. Kind of a classic tea smell to it, almost like a red tea. So a bit of fruitiness, I think. That makes sense to me. Red tea is always very berry-esque to me. Alright, pulling out the Dragon Ball. Kind of hard to see the artwork when it's closed, so let me open it up real quick. Alright, not gonna lie, this artwork's pretty dark. I am having trouble understanding what it even is. But that's okay. Descriptors, where it's from, origin. I do like that they include all this info on theirs, because some of the companies don't even include the name of the tea, and it gets a little confusing when you're digging through a stack of Dragon Balls trying to figure out what's what. Then you have to like go to their website and try to look at the artwork and try to piece out what it was. Let me see if it smells different in this warm gaiwan like they said. No. Still smells about the same. But here's what it looks like. All right. We're going to go in with that wash right under boiling. And we'll do the classic, what they suggest, about a minute for the wash, just to open it up. So I will be back momentarily. All right, there's what the wash looks like. Still pretty clear. That was about a minute, and I've let the T-ball steam a bit. It's still not quite open. Smell on this one's fantastic. It's like a nice, bright, floral, fruity, a little bit herbal, a little bit woody, a little bit foresty, kind of grassy. It's just kind of got everything going on, frankly. Very, very, very fragrant. Smells fantastic. And we're going to go straight in there with that first steep, going straight at boiling. Since this didn't open in a minute right under boiling, we're just going to full send it. And we'll go for, let's go 15 seconds. All right, that's probably about 15 seconds. Maybe a little more. I can tell you as soon as I poured that hot water in, it basically just opened up immediately. Or at least it looked like it did. Not quite, but just about there. Nice dark green leaves. Looking real beautiful. Still smells fantastic. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a spice in that smell now, too. Got quite a bit of color on it. Nice deep golden orange look to it. Not too many particulates. Quite clear. Very whole looking leaf so far, too. I will say, with all these Dragon Balls, the leaves look fantastic. Very whole, very large, very broad leaves. Sometimes I'll go in and unfurl them, and it'll be like a really big leaf. It's surprising. Especially when they compress them like that. I didn't expect them to like remain so whole. They look great. Alright, I'm going to taste this first steep. Illud Tempus 2025 One River Tea. Oh wow. A lot milder than I was expecting, for sure. Very fruity. Especially for a raw pu'er. So, bitterness is almost zero. There's a pretty moderate body on it. It's very pleasing, very round mouthfeel. Alright. There's a little bit of bitterness in the aftertaste, kind of building up a little. So it's like, that first sip I didn't get any, and that second sip I got a bit, if that makes sense. A little mouth drying. No sourness. I think it definitely needs another steep, though. Alright, this is second steep. Gonna go in just under boiling. It's cooled off by like a degree. And I think we'll go for 15 seconds again this time. I gotta say, with that first steep was really nice, and I probably overshot the steep time on that one, so it was still considerably mild when you think about it, if I overshot it, as far as bitterness and astringency. So that's a very good sign, in my opinion. The smell on this tea is great. I really do love the smell on this one. Yeah, so far these One River teas are definitely blowing me away, just like the white teas from One River. These are simple raw pours. Like, there's nothing crazy or outstanding about them, but they're very well done. They're quality. It's nothing like weird or different like some of the pours I have on here from like Bitter Leaf or White 2 tea or anything, but these are just really solid for what they are. Color still looks beautiful, golden color to it, very clear. Leaf made it through, but otherwise looking fantastic. Alright, gonna try that second steep now. Hold on, let me get another little sip there real quick. I like this one a lot. It's a straight up raw pu'er. It's very classic raw pu'er to me. A lot of planty vibes. I will say there's a bit of fruitiness in there and a very mild sweetness. It's definitely in there. Definitely a bit mouth drying. Very light bitterness. There is some bitterness though, as I expect with the raw pu'er. Very round body, moderate body to it. I wouldn't say it's like thick like some of the white teas you get or some of the I don't know, like rock oolongs. But it's definitely on the thicker side of teas for sure. Got a nice like I don't know, some kind of spice in the back of my throat that's going on with it. Maybe it's the cardamom they mentioned. I'm not super familiar with cardamom, frankly. I've had it in chai tea, I guess, but there's so much in chai tea, I couldn't really pick it out. But there is some kind of spice in there that I'm enjoying, and there's definitely a woodiness to the whole thing, is slight to the smell and to the flavor. It's like a light woodiness, though. It's like, I don't know, a light wood. It's not super heavy. I very much enjoy this one, though. I would definitely suggest trying this one for sure. I think as I've been going through them all, they've all been fantastic so far, and I would gladly buy a cake of each so far at this point. And I just might. We'll see. But I think that's all I have for this one today. So leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more tea content, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.